Okay, listen. Is it warm out there in the sun? Are you guys all like just mellowed out like you're sitting on the beach somewhere? Because you're awfully quiet.
Sorry, man.
I'm going to do something to you to rile you up, okay? I'm going to introduce you to my friend Marvin. This is what college professors should look like. And this is what college professors should be saying. Mr. Marvin. All right. I want to do the H thing. Give me an H. Come on, let's do it again. Give me an H. Give me an E. Give me an M. Give me a P. What's that spell? What's that spell? Did y'all have your morning coke? Oh, marijuana smoking is medicine. Oh, marijuana smoking is medicine. Say that. Turn around and say hello to somebody. Come on. Say hello. All right. You know what? I am a professor, and one of the things that makes me very upset is this war against youth. This war against marijuana is a war against young people. It has been a war against young people for 40 years. For 40 years we've been terrorized and take away our masculinity with this stupid war on drugs, this stupid war on us, this stupid war on the plant, this stupid war on our Bill of Rights. And we're fed up. Say that again. Yes, I'm not going to take it anymore. Hey, Tim Beck, come up here, please. I want to introduce you to somebody. I want to introduce you to a hero, my hero. But I want to tell you, you're all heroes, and you got to go out there and organize. We got to decriminalize marijuana. And this is the man, one of my best friends, Tim Beck. He's the man who put the dog on Tim Beck. He doesn't need any investment if you don't know him. He's the guy who started the Detroit initiative to legalize medical marijuana. We went in Detroit, then he went in I'm in it for the fame, he's in it for the purpose. So I love you.
I'm speechless, Marvin. Thank you. Love you, man. Love you.
Hey, everybody turn around and say we're all heroes. Come on. Thank you, Adam. Now are you guys awake? You should see, man. There's all these little puffs of smoke coming up from the crowd. I love it. Oh, man. This gets exciting. Okay, folks. I need to let you know that Liberation Day is coming up the first Saturday in May. Is that right? First Saturday in May.
That's right.
DetroitLiberation.org. DetroitLiberation.org. Check that out. The first Saturday in May, we're going to be downtown Detroit at Grand Circus Park. There's also a Tiger game that day, so if you want to come protest and let some squares know what marijuana can do for them, come out and there'll be all kinds of folks walking by and you can help us educate the people. So, want to remind you about that. Also, need to let you know that when we're done here at 1 o'clock, we're going to go over to Monroe Street for the Monroe Street Fair. So, you want to stick around for that. The next speaker we have is from the... Next speaker we have is ran for the mayor of the city of Ann Arbor. He's a student at the University of Michigan. Is that true? And he's the president of the College Libertarians, Mr. Eric Wood.
again, Andrew Kent did a great job organizing this whole thing. I want to speak pretty briefly. I got involved with campus activism a couple years ago when I kind of refounded the school's chapter of the College Libertarians. And naturally, we've been fighting against the drug war for a couple years. It's vicious, and we've done all we can on campus to impact that. Last year I kind of took that activism to the next level when I ran for mayor, which a lot of people don't believe when they see me, as a younger candidate. That whole thing was interesting because I didn't have much of a chance of winning, but I used the opportunity to gain a platform and gain some credibility to talk about the things that I believe in, which are limited government and personal freedom. Those ideas aren't really very popular with a lot of people right now. I've experienced it firsthand as you're putting events on and talking to people and trying to tell people why citizens can make their own decisions about their personal behavior. You have a lot of people who want to tell you, why the government should be able to tell you what's best for you, why they think they know what's best for you. And you have to fight that. There's a lot of enemies, there's a lot of opponents, but you just have to keep pushing because we also have a lot of allies. There are allies in the Democratic Party, allies in the Republican Party, Libertarian Party, Green Party, Independents. People all over are starting to realize that this drug war is a failure, this drug war does not work, and it has to end. One of the most interesting allies I think that we have in this fight is an organization called Law Enforcement Against Prohibition. Who's heard of it? I find this group interesting because it's a group of law enforcement officials who, for all intents and purposes, are the soldiers in the war on drugs against the citizens of the United States, who have banded together to basically surrender. Because they know that no matter how strict this country gets, no matter how much more money they pour into the system, it's not working. We can't keep drugs out of prisons, let alone keep it out of the United States. So I just want to thank everybody who helped put this event on. I want to thank you all for coming out. That's really all I have to say. My heart goes out to all those in Mexico who are being hurt by the violence of drug prohibition down there right now. And enjoy Hash Bash. Thanks.
Thank you. How about that, college libertarians, huh? How many of you are members of Michigan Normal? That's horrible. Listen, the rest of you, someone told me to hold this away from my mouth. I was over my head. The rest of you need to sign up and get a membership in Michigan Normal. Even if you don't want to participate, it's a real simple, throw $25 at them, they give you a t-shirt, and that $25 goes to support the organization. That's what's important, that they have your support. If you're willing to come out and be an activist and get involved and hold signs and, take that extra step, that's always appreciated. But when you go over to Michigan Normal, over to the Rose Street Fair, one thing I would ask you to do, possibly besides getting one of these t-shirts from me, would be to sign up with Michigan Normal and get a membership. And every year throw $25 at them, because if you ask me, every one of you spends your money on weed. So if you're willing to spend money on dope, the least you can do is spend it on the organizations that are trying to legalize it for you. And when that fails, and you do get busted, the first thing you need to do is call your lawyer. So we're going to bring our lawyer out from Michigan Normal to talk to you for a minute and teach you how not to go to jail. So, it's my pleasure to introduce to you Mr. Matt Abel. Happy Hash Bash, everybody! Good afternoon. It's always nice to have a sunny day for Hash Bash here in the Atlantic. Yeah. John's shining down on all of us. So, I'm a lawyer, and I get a lot of phone calls, and one of the things I'm here to try to do is to get less phone calls. And the less trouble you people get in, the less my phone is going to ring, because I want to retire and go sit on the beach somewhere and smoke ganja. All right. So y'all know, don't volunteer any information, don't consent to any searches. That's all old news, right? Well, here on the medical marijuana stuff, what you need to know is please comply with the law. It's plenty liberal out there. There's ways to do anything you want to do under this law. So talk to a lawyer first. Get your card first. I had somebody call me last week and said, I'm a patient and I have an appointment to see the doctor next week. Now, please don't do that. See the doctor first, okay? Become the patient first. Get your card first. Then find the seeds. Then grow the plants. Then keep 2.5 ounces for yourself and no more. 2.5 ounces for your patient and no more. And label it. If there's more than that, then you have to decide how long your cure time is and label it. If this stuff, the only 2.5 ounces you can have is what's ready to smoke. So you better label it. This stuff is not ready to smoke until the 4th of July. Peace out, brothers and sisters. And that shit works too. I mean, you're cops, man. You're dealing with cops. They ain't too bright sometimes.
We love them. We love them.
Next up, I'd like to bring the Associate Director. I don't know what the hell he is. He's on the board of Michigan Normal. How about that? Mr. George Sherfield. There are people that would have you believe that marijuana will kill you. When? I've tried to commit suicide with this stuff every night for the last 24 years. 6 years ago, I talked to you from here. I was the executive director of Michigan Normal now. Then I'm the assistant director now. And about that time, I met a young lady we'll call Mary Jane, who was about 25 years old, a very attractive young lady, and just found out she had muscular sclerosis and was destined to a wheelchair the rest of her life. She also found out through Renee Emery Wolf, who's around here somewhere, that marijuana was the best medicine for her. And she knew she could go to jail for taking her medicine. She didn't think that was right, neither do I. She said 9 words to me that has been my inspiration ever since that day. She said, "Get the police department out of my medicine cabinet." Okay. All right. About that time, we at Michigan Normal had a short-term goal to legalize medical marijuana in Michigan. We laid out a plan that worked perfectly. We wanted to address city at a time until we got enough attention, enough momentum, and enough money to do a statewide initiative. So one by one they fell. Ann Arbor, Detroit, Ferndale, Flint, and Traverse City all passed local ordinance to legalize medical marijuana. That got the attention of people around, and we brought money, thanks to the MPP out of California. They brought money in here, almost $2 million, and got medical marijuana passed. And we got the police out of Mary Jane's medicine cabinet. I went to the convention in San Francisco, a national convention to Normal, and at that time, was I finished? I'm wrapping it up. If you want to be a part of this dynamic group, come over to Monroe Street Fair, look up the Michigan Normal tent, and sign up and join us. It costs you $15 a year, and you can't buy an 8 for $15. Come on over and give us your support. Some people don't want to put their name on the dotted line. You know how this stuff makes you paranoid. Come over and give us a donation. Let us know you support us. We can buy t-shirts and posters and various other things over there. Come on, join Michigan Normal, and let's get marijuana legalized for everyone.